All right, out here on another very remote pond. Came in on the new snowmobile with the otter sled towed behind. Still doing this 8-330 experiment. So there they are. We got 8-330s set right outside that beaver house. There's another bigger beaver house back there, but it doesn't seem to be as active. And then added 4 snare poles here just for fun. So again, we'll come back in 3 or 4 days and see what we got. All right, nice sunny morning here, January 2nd, 2022. Getting ready to go out and check a few beaver traps, but just want to show the current situation. This here is just a regular cup of hot water. Yeah, it's a little chilly out. Alright, so I got all the snares checked. I had 4 snares, 2 baited conibears, and 2 muskrat traps. The muskrat traps were empty, so I just pulled those. You got to change your procedures a little bit when it's 20 below. So like, for instance, you pull the snares out, and you need to get them. You can't just leave them out on the ice, or they're gonna freeze up and be inoperable. So just stick them back in the water until you're ready to reset them, readjust them. But that snare right there, it appears there's well, I think there's a beaver on there, and then the baited conibear over there as well. So I chopped them out, but I haven't pulled them up yet, so I don't know exactly how big they are. But I added another baited conibear over there, so I chopped this out a little bit more. Hopefully I can get them up through the ice. Just a little tiny guy. So that's this year's kit. That's what we call a small beaver. So right away, within the first few seconds, you want to get him in some snow. See the trap is sprung, and I see a head. It's a beaver head, and it's definitely bigger than that last one. And you see here, we caught him on an onion, a yellow onion. This is the second beaver now I've caught in the past couple days on onions. So it's got some weight to him. Alright, I left my setters in the sled, so I want to get this guy out of the trap within 30 seconds to a minute, or he's going to be frozen in there. So you see, that's a real pale color, kind of a reddish blonde. That's not good. He looks more like a western beaver. What we want is dark. We want extra dark brown, and we want black, because those are worth the most. See, I just turned up on that one. Have no idea if it'll work. But then again, I had no idea if the onions would work either. I looked online to see if I could find anybody who's ever used onions or tried it, and I couldn't find anything, so I wasn't sure how it would work. But like I said, I've caught 2 now in the past couple days on big old yellow onion right on the triggers. So I'll just put this one back right where I caught that one. So if you're wondering how I pick these spots, it's not just completely random. You can see there's a feed bed right there where the branches are sticking up out of the ice. So then I go around with my ice chisel and try to find thin spots of ice, knowing that that's where the beaver travel. Some guys might go right up and try to find the entrance of the beaver house itself, but it's usually 4 feet of water or so, and they're just hard to set up. So it looks like a little channel back there I didn't notice. I wonder if there's another pond back there. Anyway, so I find where there's a thin ice, and then that's where I put my traps. If I can't find that, then I just put them out around the feed bed, and they will get to it eventually. But if you put it where the thin ice is, you know that they travel there, so they're going to run right into it. And that's why I went up there close to the house. There was an open spot there, well, really thin ice. And then all along here, and you can see right over there, there's an opening that looks like maybe an otter made that opening there a few days ago. So they're traveling right along the bog here, the edge of the bog. All right, out here checking my my test. So I had the 8 different types of baited conibears, and then I also have 4 snares. But I'm running out of daylight. It's 4:22 p.m. and I got maybe 20 minutes left of light. So just got one. I'm going to chop the others out real quick, and I'll let you know what I got when I'm done. All right, so it's almost dark. Got all the traps checked. We had those 8 baited 330s with a different bait on each one. Ended up catching 2 small beaver, and that was on the onion, and then on a little piece of little aspen stick. So the celery and leek were both sprung, but I'm guessing that was probably a muskrat that went after that and didn't get caught. So it looks like the old aspen and the onion has been pretty good. And then in the 4 snares, we got two bigger beaver. Just pulled this one up here. That snare and that snare were my wife's, so she got herself a nice large, probably a large beaver. And then that hole over there, I got probably an extra large, maybe even might be a 2XL. He's a big guy, over 50 pounds. And then the 2 little ones there. So 4 beaver out of this spot. I'm going to end up leaving 2 snares and 5 baited 330s. And I'll come back out in probably 3 or 4 days, and then I'll just pull them up regardless if I have anything else or not. Alrighty, so they started off about 20 below when I got this morning. It got up to maybe 4 or 5 degrees above zero, probably about 2 o'clock, and then but now that the sun's down, it's almost dark, it's well below zero again. But luckily I got the snowmobile to walk back because I'm about a mile from the truck. Alrighty then, have a good one.